Hey guys, welcome to Paleo 0 to 60, day 50 here. Happy New Year as well.
Happy New Year.
We took some time off for the holidays here because we were both, doing stuff. Being
Busy,
being a little lazy. We've basically, just to update, so I think last time we checked in, we were around 203, something like that, and the 201 today was the measurement. So it's been pretty much flat, and so we've been kind of playing with, what do we do about that? I mean, on the plus side, we made it through New Year's and Christmas, the holiday season, without gaining any weight. So, I mean, that's kind of a win there. Some stuff we've been playing with to kind of see if we can get it to drop below the 200 mark was some fasting. So maybe just like skipping an evening meal or a morning meal or a lunch meal, and then continuing just a normal cycle after that, just to see if some calorie restriction might kind of kick it, as well as sort of the extended fasting maybe producing some insulin sensitivity. We also tried doing some exercise, so you want to just talk about what you've been doing that?
Yeah, I'm just playing around with doing some squats, but I did stop sprinting in the mornings. I was doing 5 20-second sprints on my bike, and just to see if that was enough to sort of help me keep leg mass and stuff, and I quit doing that, and I suspect that might be part of it, because it means I'm not really doing any kind of sprinting.
Sort of like a real intense,
where I really get
physical kick.
Really get my heart rate up and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get back on that and see if that starts that downward trend in weight again. I suspect it might. The fasting really didn't seem to do much at all. The squats, my hips got really sore, so I had to back off of that a little bit. I'm just not in good shape for that, so I'll creep up on that again. I started walking a bunch yesterday. Hopefully I'll walk to the office and stuff, which is about 4 miles round trip. That should help.
Yeah.
I know one other thing I changed in my diet was I started adding about a teaspoon of heavy cream to my coffee, and because I figured the fat and that's not a problem, but I sort of wonder if any other constituents there, given that it's dairy, is a part of the problem.
I know dairy does have an inordinate insulin response, but I mean it is heavy cream, so it's not a lot of. It's mostly just the fat, which is not problematic really. Yeah. And it's a very small amount, so I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue or not, but we can always pull it out. We were talking a second ago about, how do you figure out, so if you change 3 variables at a time, how do you figure out which one of those is actually responsible? And really, you don't know. If you're doing, so say you change 3 variables and nothing changes, then you're probably okay. Nothing bad happens, you're probably okay. If you change 3 and something bad does happen, then kind of what you're going to have to do is, pull those back out and then add them in one at a time, or pull them out one at a time and see if you get back. It's not like the most scientific explanation ever, but you get the idea. Like,
you really have to knock it down to one variable at a time. This stuff is all sort of odd for me, or probably most folks, that it's all new in terms of what does need to be controlled. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty clear that it's a complicated deal, and so you can't really be just changing things willy-nilly. It's no wonder in our normal, kind of days where we're just eating whatever's out there in the supermarket that we just are clueless about what effect any of that's having on us. I know I was. Mm-hmm. I see a lot more clearly now that we've really controlled a lot of this stuff. And that's good, because it makes me not really want to eat a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. And, I mean, one note on just sort of the self-experimentation is, changing a diet is not something that, you can make the change immediately, but you're not going to be perfect. Like, I sort of view it as, you're walking down a path, there's a mountain in the distance, you want to get there. You're not going to just necessarily just walk in a straight line. You might kind of veer off and then learn, there's a better path this way. And so you're constantly going to be adjusting. Like, you may change some variables and you're doing fine for 3 months, and then you throw something else in and everything falls apart. And so you just sort of backtrack, figure out, what went wrong, and then start again, try a different path or whatever, and kind of see.
It seems to me, too, that as you get closer to a weight where you're mostly lean mass as opposed to having fat to burn, that it gets trickier trying to walk that line without going on one side or the other too much.
It gets a little different, I would say, and you just sort of need to learn as your body changes kind of what you need to do for it. So. Cool. All right, guys. Catch you later.